I trapped my neighbor in his own driveway, and it was glorious. So this guy Brett moved in next door about a year ago, and almost immediately, he decided my driveway was, I guess, community property. At first I thought maybe he was confused about the property lines. I left a polite note on his windshield. Hey man, that's my driveway. Yours is the one on the left. Simple, right? Next day, his beat-up 2004 Ford was back in my driveway. I knocked on his door, and he answered in a stained tank top. Holding a beer at 2 p.m., he told me his driveway had a crack, and he didn't want to damage his suspension. I stared at the truck. It already looked like it had been through a war. I asked him to move it. He said, later. 3 days later, I was still parking on the street, hauling groceries 50 feet in the rain. Finally, when I confronted him again, he laughed and told me I was overreacting. That was it. I stopped being nice. I called a towing company. They said unless I had a private driveway sign, they couldn't touch him. I called the non-emergency line. The cop basically said, civil matter, take him to small claims if it continues. Brett moved the truck with the biggest attitude ever, like I'd just ruined his whole life. 2 weeks later, back in my driveway. I had it. Then my cousin Jesse invited me on a 4-day camping trip upstate. Perfect escape. That Wednesday night, I looked outside. Yep, Brett's truck again. That's when the idea hit me. Thursday morning, I loaded my camping gear into my car, drove around the block, then parked my old Honda, yeah, the one that burns oil like crazy, directly behind his truck, bumper to bumper. I took the keys, got in my camping car, and left for 4 days. I didn't tell anyone. I just went. When I got back Monday afternoon, my phone was blowing up 6 texts from Brett, 2 from unknown numbers. First one, hey, move your car so I can get out. By Friday, he was furious. Saturday, called me a jerk, claimed he had to call out of work Sunday, threatened to tow my car. I texted back from a gas station. Good luck, it's my property, my driveway. Pulling onto my street, I saw him standing in his yard, arms crossed, his truck trapped behind my Honda. I parked my good car on the street, walked past him, didn't say a word. 5 minutes later, he was banging on my door, red-faced, yelling about missing work, how his girlfriend had to drive him around all weekend. I just looked at him. Well, you were in my driveway, so I parked in my driveway. What's the problem? You blocked me in on purpose, he sputtered. Yeah, I did. That's illegal. Nope, both cars are on my property. He threatened to sue. I said, go ahead. I've got a year's worth of documentation showing you trespassing. His girlfriend came outside, dragged him back inside. I moved the Honda an hour later, mostly because I didn't want it there forever, but I made him sweat first. Since then, Brett's truck hasn't touched my driveway. He won't even make eye contact. And once, his girlfriend apologized while getting the mail. I just nodded. Mission accomplished.